Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this December 19th. This morning, we see lots of clouds around southern Kentucky, but not the precipitation we had yesterday. In fact, we could even see a few breaks in those clouds today, allowing some filtered sunshine to come through at times. Still going to be on the chilly side, though. And as far as the weekend goes, one of the busiest travel weekends of the year, and one in which you and probably me will be doing last-minute Christmas shopping. It's going to be okay. We're going to have a quiet weekend here in southern Kentucky. As we get closer to the Christmas holiday, though, we will be watching some active weather try to take shape over the Great Lakes and over the eastern part of the United States. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's talk about the numbers from yesterday. 36 was our high temperature. 47 is the average high, so that's an 11-degree difference. 30, the low for the day. 29, the average. That's just a 1-degree difference. And we did manage to pick up 0.02 of an inch of precipitation. That was mainly in the form of sleet for Bowling Green. Once you melt it down, 0.02 of an inch of precipitation. We're still pacing behind for the month of December by 1.83 inches. And for the year, we're pacing now 2.5 inches behind on precipitation. We need to catch up. We only have a few days left in the year. And looks like we'll have some opportunity to get some measurable precipitation in here, some rain mainly, as we get into Tuesday. But again, that's coming up in the 7-day forecast. Today, mainly cloudy. We're just going to, have a hard time shaking a lot of the clouds away. But I do think there will be times when we'll see holes opening up in the overcast sky, allowing some limited or filtered sunshine to come through at times. And a high today of 43, a northeast wind at 5. Now, tonight, we're going to have a little weak disturbance pass through to the south and southeast of the Bowling Green area. Don't think we're going to see much out of this. In fact, it should be either very similar to what we had yesterday morning or even less. A slight chance of a passing sprinkle or snow flurry. The chance is pretty small, but there is that possibility that we could see something late tonight, early Saturday morning. No accumulation expected, of course, and this would be a fairly low-impact situation. But with if we do get, say, a raindrop, some light rain or sprinkles come through, we could see a few icy spots develop on bridges and overpasses again Saturday morning, like we saw yesterday morning across the area. So just keep that in mind. Overnight low tonight at 32. Now for Saturday, we're looking for a mix of clouds and sunshine and a high of 44. Sunday, mostly sunny and warmer with a high of 48 as we get a southeasterly wind moving in. By the way, the winter solstice, the first day of winter, begins Sunday evening at 5:03 p.m. Central Time. Sunday will be the shortest day of the year as far as daylight and the longest night of the year. After that, we'll start to see longer days, minute by minute. Thank you, Doobie Brothers. But that is the winter solstice, okay? Now, speaking of winter and active winter weather, we're going to see some maybe next week as we get into Christmas week. Now, Monday we'll just start with clouds, warm, 52 degrees. Chance of rain moving in by Monday evening. Tuesday looks to be a rainy day. Temperatures well above freezing. We're talking warm, 56 degrees for a high. Lows in the mid to upper 30s. Southwest winds breezy. And then as we get into Wednesday, that's Christmas Eve, as a pretty active and deep low-pressure system over the Great Lakes spins about, we are going to see lots of wind with this system. I'll just prepare you now. That will be the primary impact that we will feel On Wednesday, Christmas Eve, windy conditions. West winds 18 to 30, maybe 45 miles per hour. Very windy, very windy. Did I say windy? I said it's going to be windy. I didn't know if you paid attention to that. But anyway, on Wednesday, Christmas Eve day, we'll see a morning high of 43 degrees. And with those brisk winds, temperatures will fall through the day. Any leftover precipitation in the form of rain, we expect to change over to snow. Now, how much snow is too soon to say. Anybody saying they're making a first call on, hey, I think I know how much snow we're going to get on Christmas Eve day. Nah, they're just blowing smoke or snow or, well, you get the drift. Not a snow drift, but you understand. Anyway, I do think we could see some snow showers Christmas Eve day, Wednesday. But then it all moves out. The winds begin to die down, and we fall to 30 degrees Wednesday night. Whatever's on the ground will stay. But I can't take a white Christmas off the table completely, but if you're looking for a white Christmas as far as 1 inch of snow or more, Christmas Day when you wake up, that's not a guarantee. I do think some locations, especially north of us, may have something on the ground, maybe a dusting. But again, it's too soon to say. But Christmas Day right now, and whatever's there would melt because we'll see a mostly sunny sky and a high of 47 on Christmas Day. That's the way it looks right now in southern Kentucky. All right, for all of you loyal podcast listeners, I told you last week, I always tell you guys whatever's happening with me first. Not that it's about me, but I like to share things. I have time here in the podcast, as much time as I want to share things with you that's going on. And I'm excited about a new venture in my life. I kind of teased this last week. I didn't tell you what it was, but now I can tell you today. You will be the first to hear this. Because on Monday, I'm going to make the formal announcement on television and on my social media pages and so forth and so on. Starting Monday, December 29th. That's not this coming Monday, but the following Monday after Christmas, I will be beginning a new radio show. Yes, radio. In addition to everything I'm doing here at WBKO, the weather, podcast, blog, here's a new platform that's actually an old platform to me. I'm an old radio guy. Started in the Nashville area. That's where I grew up. Started in radio, then got into television. But now I've come full circle. Going to add a radio show to my platform of stuff that I do. Starting Monday, December 29th in the afternoons on SAM 100.7 FM. And as you know, we're partners with SAM 100.7 and all the Commonwealth Broadcasting radio stations across the state of Kentucky, especially Bowling Green, Glasgow. So I'm excited. Some new things coming to that radio station, and I'm part of that new mix. So, again, starting in the afternoons on December 29th, I will be hopefully taking you through your last few hours at the office and for the drive home. And the way I'm doing this is I'll be able to kind of like what I do with the podcast. I'll just voice it, record my voice, and then just drop it in throughout in between songs in the afternoon, which allows me time to do that and time to go home and rest and do all the other things that I do. So it's a pretty cool venture. I'm excited about it because, as I mentioned, I'm an old radio guy, and you know I love music. We play the greatest hits of the 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe early 90s. It's the music that I love. I'll be able to talk about the music history, and just have some fun in the afternoon. So there you go. You know something before anybody else knows about it. So be watching for the Chris Allen Radio Show, debuting Monday, December 29th in the afternoons on SAM 100.7 FM. There you go. All right, you guys have a great weekend. God bless as always, and thank you so much for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com.